Welcome to episode 8 of Hospitality Reinvented, the podcast and video series where we discuss ways of eliminating the status quo that has plagued the bar, restaurant, and hotel industry over the years. I'm your host, Doug Radkey, and today we are discussing everything food and beverage, more specifically, food and beverage in hotels. This is such a large topic. We will likely revisit this again on future episodes, but today we will lay the foundations for the changes that need to happen. Now, let's face it, hotel food and beverage still fucking sucks. There. Yeah, I said it, and I'm sure you can likely agree as well. Sure, there are some hotels and resorts out there crushing it right now, especially those who have opened in the last few years. They're the ones that are innovating their F&B programs and creating memorable experiences for their guests. But for the majority, and those that have been, maybe in operations for a number of years, they're still stuck in the past, serving watery scrambled eggs and paper-thin bacon and plastic-wrapped muffins and BLT sandwiches that seem straight out of 1995. It's time to stop settling for and serving the basics. It's time to reinvent. It's time to get curious and push the envelope of what is possible. If you want to not only compete in today's market, but differentiate your brand and win, whether you are an economy hotel or a luxury resort, your food and beverage program must deliver unforgettable, positive experiences. Again, hotels are more than just a room to sleep in for the night. At my agency, KRG Hospitality, we have roadside motel clients that do a better food and beverage program than some mid-scale and even upscale hotel brands that are out there. Just because you're maybe a lower star hotel does not give you the excuse to deliver, terrible or basic food. We have one concept where the reception desk transforms into this multifunctional snack bar, inviting guests to taste this carefully curated selection of food and the finest oysters in the area. This is a 50-room roadside motel with the traditional vacancy and no vacancy neon light outside. This is a brand that has made a decision to take action and to deliver an experience and to differentiate themselves from the 6 other roadside motels in the area. Their menu has grazing boards and salmon sliders and grilled peach and buffalo mozzarella salads. And at breakfast, they do breakfast tacos and power bowls and fruit salads that are easy to execute, highly profitable, and Instagram worthy. It's fresh, it's local, and it is a selling feature for the property itself. They also have one signature cocktail and one zero proof a beverage as well. And they have a selection of paired wines and beer and a non-alcohol selection program that is more than just water and canned soda. They stopped settling and they took massive amounts of action to make a change. And, for years, and we've all experienced them, or if you're an operator, you've likely worked at some, hotels and bars that have been known for uninspired, boring, flavorless food and traditional bar menus. Now, it wasn't all necessarily bad. It was just comfort food that lacked innovation. And here's the problem. That mindset is still lingering today, and quite frankly, it is unacceptable. We are now in a time where a town or a city, their most creative menu might just be found in a hotel or motel bar, restaurant, or even their lobby. It doesn't have to be a luxury hotel or a TV chef branded restaurant for that to happen. Guests today need to deliver value and create moments that guests will remember long after checkout. This means doing more than serving the basics and serving convenience. And please stop charging these outrageous prices for mediocre options just because it's on property. I was staying at a well-known hotel brand on a business trip once that offered a breakfast buffet for $40. Thinking it was going to be incredible for that price, it was everything but. The eggs were cold. There, was this limited flavor profile going on, and there was just limited overall options. But they charged $40 just because they could, and because there were, no other options in the immediate area. It was convenient. Convenience cannot be, your perception of value. As an industry, we have to and can do better than this. A couple of years ago, I traveled with my family by car from Toronto, Canada to Florida. It was my wife Jennifer and I with our daughter, who was about 8 years old at the time. We stayed at a few hotels along the highway, along our way down south. We didn't fully plan out where we would stop and stay over. We just kind of went with the flow. But I think we stopped in West Virginia one night, Georgia the other, and then Tennessee and Ohio on the way back. But my daughter still today talks about the hotels that we stayed at on that trip. Her favorite one was at our final stay in Orlando. But why does she remember it and want to go back there? Because of their unique buffet style dining experience. It wasn't your typical self-serve setup. It had live cooking stations where chefs prepared fresh dishes in real time. Now, this was in contrast to the in my opinion, very forgettable breakfast at other hotels on that road trip. It was that watery eggs. It was those paper thin bacon at one. It was dated fruit at another, and oatmeal that you can heat up yourself in the microwave. She still talks about those today as well, but in a negative way. The difference here is clear. One hotel understood the value of experience, the others didn't, because they made a decision to not care about the experience and the true essence of hospitality. This highlights, though, why F&B programs must evolve. It's not just about feeding your guests. It's about creating positive, memorable moments. And yes, this is a phrase I have used in likely every single episode so far, but I cannot stress it enough. Start with the experience first. So where do we go from here? The solution to food and beverage rarely stems back to much of the previous episodes so far as well on the show. The risk of inaction, the total guest revenue management systems, the fundamentals of hospitality, bridging the gap between people and technology, the perception of value. All of these topics so far play a part in where hotel F&B needs to go. But first, innovation in hotel food and beverage starts with a mindset shift. So first off, food and beverage programs should no longer operate in silos or the typical approach to menu development. Consider starting your menu development with the beverage program and then design the food to complement the drinks. You are going to be surprised by how cohesive and profitable this approach can be. So many start with food and then throw together a beverage program that is based on nothing, really. I challenge you to put your thoughts into the beverage program first. How much time that you would put into your food program, put that same amount of time and effort and thought process into the beverages, and then craft the food program to align with those drinks. You are going to see some incredible results. And, also now more than ever, guests want to feel connected to the region they are visiting, even if it is only for 1 or 2 nights. Surprise your guests who maybe book online or who may have just been driving, through town and need a spot to stay. Give them a wow factor by supporting local farmers and fisheries and other producers, and then infuse those flavors into your stories and into your menus. It's not just more sustainable. It's 100% more marketable. It's also time to think beyond traditional dining. Offer premium grab-and-go options, meal kits, coffee kits, or cocktail kits for on the go or to take back to their room. Or even go one step further and curating an in-room or on-premise dining experience that feels indulgent, not just convenient. And if you are near a beach, create a sustainable picnic or cooler package. Or if there is snow trails in your area, sell some branded thermos mugs that will hold your signature house-made soup hot until they are ready for a break while they're out on the trails. If your guests are known to maybe stop for just one night as part of a road trip, create a road trip, food and beverage package that's made for mess-free and easy eating in the car. Think through the entire guest journey. This is where you will hit those wow moments with your guests. Now, what about technology? how does technology fit in today? Technology is 100% transforming how hotels approach food and beverage. Over the next 1 to 3 years, kitchen, footprints will become smaller. They're going to become more efficient and smarter. It's already starting. It's already here. You can do incredible things with just, 200-300 square feet of space. Those self-cooking combi ovens, the streamlined processes and other automated systems out there will make it easier and more cost effective to deliver some high quality options, even with, maybe staffing challenges. Guests also now expect contactless service and 24-hour availability. So imagine ordering room service via an app or even through the TV in their room, or having a meal program planned out at the time of booking. Or if you can't maybe step up your food and beverage game because of some limited space right now, then allow third-party delivery to be delivered to a pickup locker in the lobby of your hotel. This keeps delivery drivers from waiting or trying to access what should be secure areas for your paying guests. Or again, if you do not have the space for bars and kitchens, create partnerships with a local restaurant. Create ease of access to that restaurant with rideshare or delivery partnerships. Whatever the case is, think outside the box and create a frictionless experience that includes food and beverage. Now, here's another question I have. Why aren't more hotels personalizing the in-room minibars based on guest preferences? We have so much data now and ways to get data. Using historical data to stock up, snacks and beverages that your guests love creates a sense of connection and enhances the perceived value. Now, let's also talk about designing F&B experiences that resonate with your target guests. For bars, don't just offer the standard cocktails. Curate a mixology experience. For example, you can host some interactive cocktail making sessions with your guests, or create some signature drinks that tell a story about your location, your city, or any other narrative that will resonate with your guests and your concept. And repeat after me here. A rum and coke or a screwdriver drink should not be your signature beverage. We have to do better here. And for restaurants, think beyond just generic comfort food. Go beyond the basic grilled cheese and BLT sandwiches, or the heat and serve soups, or the flavorless pre-made scrambled eggs. Offer dishes that are exclusive to your property and highlight the local culture. It doesn't have to be a 20-item menu, but I challenge you to create 5 unique and memorable breakfast, lunch, and dinner options that, again, align with your beverages and your target market. And if you have an outdoor space, let me tell you this, you are sitting on a gold mine right now. You can get into offering open fire kitchens, bar pavilions, or year-round heated seating. All of this can really transform unused outdoor areas into profitable guest-centric spaces. Think, cozy curated atmospheres with comfortable seating and interactive cooking, even if it is just fresh burgers on an outdoor barbecue, or sipping, an adult hot chocolate while sitting around a controlled fire with a branded blanket supplied by the hotel. These experiences are what makes guests feel like they've discovered something special. So as I wrap up here, hotel food and beverage can no longer be an afterthought. It is not just about satisfying hunger or thirst. It's about creating a story, a memory, and an experience. And when that happens, your revenue and your profits are going to grow. If you are a hotel operator or an F&B director, it's time to take a hard look at your program. Are you innovating? Are you meeting your guests where they are? And are you exceeding their expectations? And don't come at me with space issues or food costs or labor issues. That's bullshit. That is old thinking, and that's a fixed mindset that is not going to get you or your business anywhere. The days of uninspired menus, those days are over. The solutions are there if you will just take an open mind and a focus on the guest experience first and foremost. It's time to build food and beverage programs that are as unique and memorable as the property itself. Take pride in what you do and what you offer your guests. Thanks for tuning in to episode 8 of Hospitality Reinvented. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Share your thoughts on hotel F&B innovation by tagging me on Instagram or on LinkedIn. Use the hashtag Hospitality Reinvented. Look for me, Doug Radkey, or look for my agency, KRG Hospitality. Let's continue this conversation and continue to reinvent hospitality together.